Hello,
Whoa.
hello. Welcome, anybody who is here to some somewhat impromptu Thursday evening sprints. Because one thing I am really bad at is reading alone these days. I need people to keep me accountable.
That's
And
right.
today,
Community.
joined by Christine. So, what are you reading, Christine?
Okay, you texted me this and I was like, dare I do it? Dare I read her? I literally am on page like 5.
That's fair, but I'm
But
so
it
excited.
counts. We're currently reading. So it's either
Hey,
this or it's gonna be a romance.
yeah, you are further in your planned read than I am in mine because I am gonna pick up Mickey 7. I've been having a very fun time all month with my monster smut and my monster romances, but I need a little break, and this is my buddy read with Emily and Sam this month, and they are both finished, and I am not. I haven't even started. I'm on page 0.
That's amazing. I'm on page 0.
I'm on
I
page
breathed on the book.
Tuesday. I have read 4 books this month, but none of them had any weight to them.
That's okay, like whatever.
But if this is too hard for my overtaxed brain because life is very difficult right now,
True.
in this hostile government takeover that we currently live in, then I have my next monster.
Ooh, yeah. Let me know if that one's good because Monique, the only experience I have with her and monsters are the fake mate. And
Same.
I loved The Nanny. I thought The Nanny was so good. I loved that book. So when Monique is like, the fake mate sucks, I'm like, all right, is the Loch Ness gonna be Buki or what?
The fake mates was better than Bride.
Ooh. I think Monique
I
just
said what I
doesn't
said.
like shifter stuff. I think she
I
just
think
doesn't
that that's the
like,
case. I think
yeah.
that's the case.
So
I had a
I
much
like
better time with
Pride,
fake
so
mates than Bride.
yeah,
I
like I
didn't
just
dislike Bride. I just liked fake mates better. And I have a deep belief that everyone has like a pet like conspiracy theory. Like there's the pet like cryptid or conspiracy theory that you want to be real, even though you know it is not. And Nessie is mine.
So wait, what you're telling me, let me just make sure I get this right. You're saying that you think the Loch Ness monster is real? Is that what you just said?
No, I don't believe that she is real, but I want her to be.
Okay,
Does that make
done.
sense?
Done and
Like you have
dusted.
that one
Yeah.
thing that you like know it's bull crap, like you know it's not real, but like
Is
in your
it
soul you
though?
want it to be. Like in your soul you want to believe that there's a dinosaur in Scotland.
I mean, maybe not now, but back in the day, there probably
At some
was
point,
one.
Nessie could have been real. Yeah. Like I
I
just in
just
my
think
soul, the little girl who at 6 years old was telling her teachers, "I'm going to be a paleontologist when I grow up," wants Nessie to be real.
oh, so that's why you really liked that book that you read. What was it? The dinosaur, lions and bears and tigers.
Oh no, it was
Alien.
so good, Christine. It's so
Yeah.
good. I still have it right here.
Yep.
I got
I've seen that
abducted
book
by aliens.
everywhere.
Now I'm
Someone
trapped in
talks
a
about
rom
it.
com. Like this is the unhinged, like fever dream that I needed it to be. It is Polly. It is nodding. It is so humorous and weird and wonderful. Like if you are at all interested, I highly recommend this. I liked this better than I Got Drunk and Saved a Demon.
Okay. I mean, to be fair, those books don't have like a ton of plot, so I feel like
I
you
mean,
could.
neither does this, but it's hilarious and it's so funny. Every
All
time I
right.
walk into my local bookstore, another one of the staff is like, "Can we talk about this? I finally read it."
And you're like, yes, welcome. Welcome.
I have at least 2 of them participating in Monster Merch Madness
I
right
love
now.
that. I love that so much. What's funny is that when I was doing Monster March Madness, I like ignored the fact that it's supposed to be monster romance, and I'm like reading like
No, I love it. It's just it's merely a guide
monsters.
for you to choose your journey.
It
You
was
counted.
so funny because I was literally telling Catherine the other day, I was like, yeah, I'm struggling. I mean, you saw this, but I was like, yeah, I'm struggling with one of the prompts because I really want to do something else, not an orc, but something with a tusk. And Catherine's like, you can do whatever. You want to
Yeah.
count a minotaur? Do a minotaur. I was like,
You
girl,
do
what are you
you, boo.
talking
We
about?
just want somebody burly and growly, like big and tusky and
Literally, I'm still trying to get into that Ruby Dixon, but we'll see how that
which
goes.
one? Oh, the Bull Moon? Yeah. It's gorgeous.
It's gorgeous, but
I don't know anybody who's actually read it though. I know people who have started it. I don't know
I
anybody who's
s-
read it.
and see, I had like a controversial opinion because I was like, I don't know about Ruby Dixon's fantasy books. Like, I just don't know if I'm a Ruby Dixon fantasy because I read, oh my god, it was like something about the gods, kings,
Wasn't it
something,
the like
Shadow
actual
Prince,
book for
something.
Half Orc's Maiden Bride?
Yeah, and I was like, I'm gonna give her a good try though. Like, I'm gonna do this one. I'm gonna read one more, and then I'll be able to
Yeah.
tell you.
Yeah. And sometimes people are like yay in one genre and not in the other. So like
Yeah,
Murderbot, amazing. I tried reading her recent fantasy,
Martha Wells.
could not. Like I know I'm not the biggest fantasy reader, but I love her writing style, so I thought I could do it, and I could not do
It's so interesting because I have that book. I have like it's like Witch King or something.
it.
Yeah, I have it and I haven't read it, but I talked to Emily about it forever ago when she was reading it and she said that I'd probably like it. So I'm like, I don't know.
It
I'll have
might
to
be
see.
better for the fantasy girlies. It wasn't giving what Murderbot gave.
See, and that's kind of how I feel about Ruby. I'm like, maybe she's just for the sci-fi girlies. I don't know. But she likes writing fantasy. She writes so many fantasy books
Yeah.
all the time. So listen, I'm not gonna be a hater, but
Like not everybody can be a Nettie and can bounce between fantasy and sci-fi with ease.
Nettie's just
A queen.
yeah.
Are you having a good time with Death of the Author?
Yeah, I'm almost done with it, which
Oh,
is good. But yeah, it just reminds me of the monk, the robot and the monk.
oh,
Psalm for the Wild Bill, I think. Is that what it is?
Psalm for the Wild Bill. Yeah,
Yeah.
I have a non-binary friend who I work with the other day who was um who came up to me and they said, I I can tell you like to read, like I've seen you talk about reading. Have you ever heard of this book? And I said The Monk and the Robot. And I said, oh, I adore Becky. I've read everything that they've written. And with tears in their eyes, they said, that's my comfort book. That's the first time I've ever seen on paper a non-binary character that is peaceful and happy, and it's not a big deal. That they are just who they are, and the world doesn't care.
Yeah.
And I read it when it gets hard here in Texas. And I read it when I need to feel like I can just exist. And like I wanted to cry in the middle of a meeting.
Yeah, I kind of love books like that, to be fair, where it's like not about like this big to do where like the person has to either like come out or like they have to have this like traumatic
Yeah, something
like
awful happens
thing
to them
happen.
because
Yeah.
of being
Yeah.
different. Yeah.
Yes. It's kind of like how
And
I feel about the neurodivergent books where
mhm.
like it's not about them like deciding that they're, or like going and
Yeah,
getting diagnosed or anything. It's like they're already there.
they
And they're
just
just
are.
living
Yeah.
life, Just a
And that's
story.
what I think Becky does really well in terms of creating a world in which people just are in a lot of
Yeah,
ways.
100%. I agree. Like it's just comforting, it's good,
Just
which is why I'm
cozy. I
like, should
need a new Becky.
I was gonna say T Kingfisher, and then I was like, the only thing they have in common is that they write novellas, not
And there's a
not
lot of trauma in the T.
sweet at
Kingfisher that I have
all.
read because I've only ever read House with
Yeah,
Good Bones, and that was
it's
nothing but drama.
it's purely because I read Thorn Hinge like in December, and I like loved that novella so much. I'm obsessed with it. I love it. Oh,
I need to read more of T. Kingfisher because I really like the House with Good Bones.
I think I've only read like 2 books.
Yeah.
So like, I'm a fake fan, but man am I a fan of that novella.
You love it, you love it. Like, I
That's
was ready
true.
to rave about Nettie as soon as I had read Binti. I was like, This is all I've read, but everybody needs to read it."
Oh, 100%. That's unlike
And I
anything.
saw that you
It
read the
really
next
is.
one in that series, right?
Yeah, I read Home, at the beginning of this month, and I don't know why, I was like, "Wait, is she, like, getting with her friends?" Like, I thought she was getting with, whatever their name
Furball?
is. Yeah, and I was like, "Wait, what?" Because they have this, like, connection now, and, like,
Yeah.
they are around each
Oh,
other.
with the tentacle, with the
Yeah, and then
muscle
she
alien?
ends up
Yeah.
not even, like, being with them for, like, the majority
No,
of
but
the
she's,
book.
like, merged a little bit with them.
Yeah, and they're also, like, checking in with her to be like, "Are you alive?" Or
Good?
she's like,
You
"What's
good
it to
friend?
you?" Right, like, I'm just like but yeah, the plot thickens, of course.
Yeah. It's good though. I read that at the beach, weirdly. The
I feel
whole,
like that's appropriate
like,
because they go
villa
back
set,
to her homeland, and it's, like,
and it's all,
basically
like,
Dune.
sandy.
Yeah, yeah,
It is
that's
basically
right.
Dune.
It's
It
just so
gives
funny.
Dune.
Everything goes back to Dune, and Dune is
Really?
from Star Wars, so it doesn't even matter. Or Star Wars is from Dune, sorry.
Well, and Star Wars is ripped off of a French comic, so
Yeah, so really, nothing's original, everybody.
nothing new under the sun.
Welcome to
But
the club.
welcome to the sprints. Let us know in the chat what you're reading. Very curious. And we've got Julie joining us reading Air by Saba Tahir.
Woo woo.
I've never read a Saba.
I read the first one in her other series, but I didn't continue it.
Oh, I meant to tell you. There are some regulars at the bookstore. And one of them was like, I'm going to do an Asian fantasy journey for 2025. That's all I want to read. And then I walked in um, after as she was finishing the last book in the Poppy War series. And she's just sobbing in the bookstore.
Why would you do that one first? There's so many other good Asian fantasies. What the heck?
And I was
Oh
like, "Are you okay?"
my
She goes, "I'm done
gosh.
with my Asian fantasy journey. I just want some alone
No.
time."
Don't let that be the one. Why didn't you start with Daughter of the Moon Goddess, like a normal like one, or
She's not
freaking
normal.
Spin
She's
the
not.
Dawn? Like literally, there. I feel like I have a whole Asian fantasy shelf actually, because I'm kind of like obsessed with the folklore. But
Yeah.
yeah, Poppy War. It's so funny. My other friend recently just asked me if she should read Poppy War, and she's definitely like a romance reader. Like,
Oh, yeah, it does not
and
give
I was like,
romance.
no, you shouldn't at all. And she's like, why? Why don't you think I'd like it? And I'm like, because it's about war. It's like literal on page war, gore, torture, sexual assault, everything. And like, unless
It's
you're
not a
a
cheesy little
psycho
romance.
like me, you're not gonna like it at all. There's no romance actually at all.
Yeah.
Not even a hint of it. Okay. And the main
Um,
character is kind of crazy. So
she's crazy. I
yeah.
only read one of them, and I could tell you she's crazy.
Yeah, and it just gets worse. Like, it just gets worse. Plus, the drug use is like insane.
Yeah, I only read the first one, and from what you've told me of how it ends, I'm glad I made the decision that I made.
Oh my God, I was so mad. I was so
It was
mad.
so well written. It is beautifully,
So
like, yeah, but
writing, 10 out of 10. That's why I
that
kept
was all I
reading it.
needed.
I was like, I just have hope that it'll turn around, and it never did.
No, the way that you described the ending definitely gave like a certain era of Chinese films that made it over to the US. And my mom got really into them. And every time I'd watch one with her, I'm like, why are you doing this to yourself?
Right. Yeah. It's literally a tragedy. It's a Greek tragedy,
Why?
honestly.
Why are you doing this? And then she's like, I just want something cozy, like I just want something soft. And apparently she decided she wanted to stay in like translated or Asian based stories, even though she was looking for cozy. And Homegirl, without doing any research whatsoever, tried to pick up Before the Coffee Gets Cold next, and was again crying by chapter 2. And last time I
These
saw
are like
her, she was reading an Agatha Christie.
these are like not like they're
Mhm.
fantasy, but it's like Poppy War is like historical. You know what I mean? It's like more historical
Mhm.
than it is. You would
Yeah.
categorize it as that.
Yeah.
Before the Coffee Gets Cold is like definitely like magical realism,
But
speculative
in the
fiction
same
almost.
like vein of Frederick Bachman or Matt Haig,
Yeah,
who
sad.
is intending to make you like emotional.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Which is
She did not finish it.
like, listen, if that's what you want, then that's what you want, but that's not what you want. Not if you're going for
It's like
Asian fantasy.
with these two choices, like, are you okay? Do we need a more honest conversation right now?
Well, honestly, they could if they wanted like a war or something, they could have done Jade City, like,
I recommended that one, even though I haven't read it.
or like, or if they're not doing like East Asian, they could do, like other Asian.
I
So
also recommended the Chakraborty trilogy that you guys love so much.
I love that. I'm not. I'm trying to think if that's set in.
I was
Um,
well, I don't know.
I think it's
Um,
Middle Eastern, but also it might be Moroccan inspired. I can't remember what
yeah,
she
it's at least
based it
like
off.
less depressing from what I've heard.
Oh, 100%, but it also has like wars and stuff. So,
Yeah,
like if that's
but
what you want, you know.
I can't recommend a lot of Asian fantasy. I mean, I can recommend things that friends have enjoyed, but I don't read a lot of fantasy. So I'm like, would you like to know some Asian sci-fi? I have some good ones. They will
Yeah.
also possibly make you cry though.
Yeah, literally.
We have Roger here. What are you reading, Roger?
Hello.
Julie says that Saved a Demon had more plot than I was expecting it to. I haven't read her other books. The next one's Hold is approaching though. Yeah, it was very plot forward. Um, we were talking about this one at the bookstore maybe last week, and it felt like as no, it was with Catherine actually. It was like somebody who was a bookstore employee and I were talking about this. It was Catherine. It felt like this was the one that went straight to a traditional publisher. Like she was trying to see what she could get away with. Okay, but like, what if I did this? You're still here? Okay, now what about this? And she just kept
Yeah,
trying to see where the line was, and they were just like, it's not there. You tell us what you want to do.
amazing. Honestly, I
Yeah.
love that.
Yeah. It's a fun time. Hello, Mel. You should. Yes. That was the phone.
Speaking of Frederick,
Oh well, reading Beartown. Yep. I hope you have tissues. He always makes me cry. I've not read that one, but he always makes me cry. Reading A Mirror of Beast by Alexandra Bracken. I have not heard of this. Have you? 130 pages in. I don't know what I'm gonna do since it's only a duology. Is this book 1 of the duology or book 2, rather?
I feel like I've only heard of, isn't Alexander Bracken the one who did Lore?
Did what?
Isn't it Lore?
Oh, the one that Rachel hated?
Yeah, right? Yeah,
That's really
Alexander
the only thing
Bracken
I know
did
about that
Lore.
book.
And then The Darkest Minds is the other one that I am familiar with, but not this one, The Mirror of Beasts.
Oh,
So,
do after you finish. That must mean you're enjoying it though, if you like don't know who you're gonna be when the series is over.
yeah, like changed
Yeah.
in totality.
I actually really love that feeling when you're approaching the end of a series and you're like, I don't know what I'm gonna do when this is over. I don't know who I am, where I go.
I have to watch some TV or something. Like, oh my gosh, Sherman. Hold on, let me. I don't know what is that.
German.
I think he just busted through the door. 1 second.
Well, you know, those clingy boy cats. Before we got on sprints, Ohan was climbing all over me. So we were talking about our silly, clingy boy cats. Mel, yeah, I get this. You want to talk deeply and proudly about character queerness, but also I want it to be such a non-issue that it's not even mentioned. And like finding that balance is such an interesting thing, right? Like you want it to just exist in the universe sometimes. But I think that there was a lot of I've had some friends who have had this as a critique of Priory was that while she was queer, they didn't find that her queerness was central enough. I haven't read it, so I cannot actually speak to it, but that was what a couple of friends critiques. Becky is just so good at writing people. Becky is so good at writing people. Becky can rip my heart out and put it back together again, and make me feel things that I wasn't expecting. I mean, I loved every single book in the Wayfarer series, every single one. But I have to say, I think my favorite is actually book 3, which is Record of a Spaceborne View. And I spent the first half of that book not sure what she was doing. What are you going for, Becky? You've introduced me to 100 characters. They're all going so many separate directions. They all have some like small tie together, but I don't know why I'm supposed to care. And then one moment happened in the middle of the book, and I just I just was so invested and so ready to dig in. And it's what made it my favorite book, is how she brought all of these completely different stories and people into one cohesive story by the halfway point. And it was just beautifully done. It was her most human story.
Which
Record
one
of
is
a
it?
Spaceborne View. Book Record of a Spaceborne View. It's book 3 in the Wayfarers. It's about the Exodian fleet. So all of the
I
humans.
still haven't read the second one, so
The second one is all about Lovey.
the AI, right?
Lovey, my baby.
I'm on an AI kick. I'm trying to save some sci-fi for our readathon.
May.
Yeah,
We gotta get on
so, like,
that.
if I keep saving it, then I won't. You know what I mean?
Well, you're reading sci-fi right now?
I sure this one and well, I guess it's not really sci-fi. It's like Wild Dark Shore.
Oh yeah.
It's like about
Yeah, we need to get
science,
on that.
but it's not sci-fi.
Actually, I'm gonna ping our chat during the first sprint just so that we all
I was gonna do it earlier this week, and then I was like, ugh, can I even commit to like responding to this chat if I start this?
like the
No.
really big like work chaos should resolve next week, and then I can breathe a little bit.
Just a little.
Just a little. T. Kingfisher's so good. I would say queer characters are something her and Becky share in common.
Yeah. And this novella was just so fun. Like, I don't know. I just love it when you get the other POV. You know, it's not just the same story. So,
Did you ever read Grendel?
no, but I know that's a good one. It's about the Rapunzel's mom, right? Am I crazy?
No, it's
Which
it's
one am I thinking
the
of?
other side of Beowulf. from the monster's perspective.
Oh, yes. Yes, 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 yes.
Like
Weirdly
the
enough,
monster's take on Beowulf, and
which
I
makes
think you would really
sense
enjoy it.
because literally all those epics from, thousands of years ago or like whatever, they're all just a bunch of BS. These men just wanted to look cool.
Yep.
And it just like give me a Medusa, POV, and I'm all about it. I'm like, yeah, girl, they deserve to die.
Let's pull back the curtain. Let's see what there is to see.
let's go, but that's just my opinion.
History told by the winners is boring.
Yeah, because like you're probably lying about everything you did anyway. Ugh,
Yes.
losers.
Roger wants to read Nettle and Bone as his first
That's the
TK
one that
fiction.
everybody loves.
And I started with the haunted house with buzzards. Oh, Desi's going to be reading Belladonna.
Oh,
Amanda loved this one, right?
yeah, I think so.
Trying to get me to
Like
read
a
it because she was
dark
into the Lakes Edge thing
academia
with me.
almost. Not really.
Yeah.
It's not
It's a little
dark academia.
gothic-y.
Gothic. There we go. I was like, there we go. A little gothic, and she's like talking to death while poisoning people.
Love it. No notes. I don't know if you would like Sava's books. I really enjoy them. High fantasy, YA, but not annoyingly so. Very political. Will rip your heart out in a good way. I appreciate,
Yep.
Julie, that you're like, it's really good, but I don't think you'll like it.
And here's why.
Here's why. Like, I know enough about your reading to know, not for you, friend.
I think I liked it. I just didn't continue because that's me.
Yeah. I mean, same. It took me how long to finish Three Body Problem, and I loved it. I loved it the whole time, but I just like
Hard. Being a
could not
series
finish the second book.
completer, can you imagine?
Couldn't be me.
No.
Series starter, me.
Yes. I have read book 1 of most series.
It is, in fact, my greatest hobby.
Like literally, it's equivalent to being a book dragon instead of a bookworm. So, like they're on the same page.
Yeah, you're just a sampler.
Yeah, like a series sampler. Absolutely. Absolutely. That's me. I'm a series sampler. Jesus.
New classification. Just here to graze off of the series.
It's just because like the beginning of stories is so much fun, but like the end is so sad.
It's always so daunting. Like, it's
Yeah.
so scary. What's gonna happen? Who's gonna be hurt? I don't want people to get hurt.
Well, like, yeah. My heart just gets ripped out and then I get depressed and I'm like,
Yeah.
I can't do this.
And then like you have to keep going.
Yeah,
I was so upset. I was reading for my alien prompt. I read a gladiator alien romance. All the rage we've ever lived. Like, I'm having a good time. It's a white shoes. It's getting really interesting. And I get to the end and it's a freaking cliffhanger because it's not a duology of like companion novels. Unlike every other monster romance on the planet, it's actually a true sequel, and she left me on a cliffhanger. And book 2 won't fulfill any prompts for Monster March Madness, so I can't read it right now.
Rude. When was this written?
I was so upset. I was so upset.
It's giving 2000s alien, not 2025.
Yeah. She obviously did not get the memo. Like, you could have given me
absolutely
a 450-page monster romance that just told the whole story and I would have been fine. I would have been fine. Instead of two like 250-page books dividing it.
The good news is April is just around the corner. So
I know. It's so close and I will be finishing it because I'm so angry at this cliffhanger. Because I had a good time with it. It was good.
I'm just going to say it.
Abducted. What? Say it.
I was just going to say it. Break it up. I don't know.
Just do it. Just do it.
Like, what if you just did it? I don't know.
I'm determined I'm finishing all my prompts this year as I read not a prompt for this book, but for this readathon, but I got really close.
3. Which is 3 more than last year, I feel.
Yeah, so. You're doing great. But yeah, this woman literally gets abducted to like fight in a gladiator battle.
See, that's
because
fun.
her last name is Hunter, and they're like,
yeah,
well, you're obviously named after the thing you do, so
no, you guys. No, my last name is just Hunter. I'm a librarian.
She's a nurse to elderly people.
What?
Nurse.
Actually, that's pretty handy. You know what I mean? I'm just saying.
Yeah, but not
That's more survival than
in
what I
the
would do.
arena. It's like
Oh my
after the
God.
fact. Yeah.
Those alien abductions, you gotta look out for them.
Be careful. Sometimes you might be trapped in a rom-com.
Literally.
Julie
Yeah.
binged Poppy War and
Like, it's just so sad. They just get worse and worse. I did like the second one the best, but that's because I love the one character. I'm like in love with him. So
I feel like that's a rarity though for book 2 to be the shining star sometimes.
I would say that, but I have a lot of book twos that I actually like. So
Interesting.
I'll leave that there.
Mel felt the same about Poppy War as she did about the 5th season. On page, child abuse was just too much, and I DNF'd.
I
But I respect
definitely,
the writing and skill so much.
yeah. There's some stuff going on with the kids in 5th season for sure. I think it went over my head when it was happening. I was like, oh yeah, that's not that serious. And then like when we went to book club for it, everyone was so upset. And I was like, wait, you're right. This is
Like,
I am humanized.
See, I have sampled both of these series. I have read each of these books and not beyond it.
Yeah, I have not read the second one in 5th season, even though everyone is like, it is the best series ever. You know,
Yeah,
like
I
read
have
it.
it. If you need backup, we could always try to buddy read it someday.
Listen, might as well.
Moral
Series
support.
sampler.
Maybe that could be a series. Is like
Oh my God,
series
not my
sampler commits to finishing a series.
I'm like a yeah. It
Serial
should be in the
series
news.
sampler.
Honestly, it would guilt trip me into actually doing it. So
I hope you had a therapist on hand, Julie. Oh, good. Well, Mel got tickets to Fred McBachman's upcoming book tour this morning. He is very funny on the mic.
He has to be because his books are sad.
But I will say, Anxious People is also really funny.
Anxious People is funny, but I remember reading it and being like, it's not as like amazing as everyone says it is. I think I just hyped it up too much.
Yeah, probably. It's my favorite of the ones of his I've read. I've watched Miss Congeniality again in I don't know how long, and I just have to say one thing: Michael Caine is goated. Yeah, he is. He always is in everything.
He's a star.
Julie's clingy boy cat is currently in her lap.
Yeah, boy cats are clingy.
So clingy. Lily's reading Shield Maiden by Sharon Emmerichs.
I love
this
it.
Sounds very fantasy.
I think it's like a blue cover. It's what's coming to mind. Normally, a girl couple sleeping next to me. Yeah, the girl cats are a whole nother ball game.
Yeah. Leela will get really cuddly from time to time. But for the most part, she sits near me.
Yep.
And we enjoy each other's company.
A companion.
Ohan wants to become one with me.
Yeah. He's like all up in the face, has to have contact. Yeah.
Constantly touching me.
And you're like, what is going? My favorite is the paw, when they paw you like very gingerly on the face. And then he's like patting you. And I'm like, why are you patting me? I'm still alive.
I'm here, I swear. Hello, Katie. Rereading Hunger Games and prep for the new book. This is actually one of my longtime in real life friends.
Hello.
We have known each other for like 15 years now. We worked together at the same museum in Ohio.
Wow. Well, I've heard really good things about the new book. So apparently it connects all of the trilogy as well as the Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes, which I haven't read because I didn't really care about snow. But But yeah, I mean, we all know Haymitch's story, right? And if we don't, I won't say it because don't want to spoil it. But yeah, it's tragic. It's the Hunger Games.
The most passionate I get about the Hunger Games is Mo's picture of the Hunger Games.
Oh my gosh, yes.
I'll never let it die. I love it with my whole heart. I've read
It's just the way
exactly
we were.
one book and watched exactly one movie and seen the football bread picture, and that's all I need. Love
Lovey.
Lovey.
I know.
Lovey's
I know. That's why I'm like, this book is the second one's iconic. I already know it.
yeah, it's very interesting.
They were in love.
Oh, Lily's book is also about Beowulf.
Oh yeah, I saw that. I
Shield
was like,
Maiden.
wait, what? Shield Maiden, yeah.
How ironic. We're just circled back to Beowulf.
They really are.
Sorry, bud. Yeah, you're not really a fantasy reader. You may if you're in the mood for it. Yeah.
It's very true.
Sometimes I am. And like the fantasy that I love. And like Christine, the book you're reading leans very fantasy, even though it's sci-fi, which is why I am like such a big proponent of thinking that you're gonna love this. Because
Does
it
it lean
reads
into
like a fantasy book.
because of the retelling aspect or because of the elements of the book?
It's the elements of the book, the style of language that they use. Um, it's more in the like plot devices. It's all in space or on other planets, but it reads very fantasy trope in a way that I think you're gonna enjoy. The
Mhm.
language is more fantasy.
I'm with it. Is there a second one or is it just this one?
It was supposed to be a trilogy, but then I've never heard another word about any of it. It doesn't end in a way that it doesn't feel complete. So like I thought it was a standalone until I saw something afterwards that was like it's a trilogy, and then nothing's ever happened from it. It's kind of like Chaos on Netflix, where we got one season. 5 weeks later, they're like, "Psych! It was supposed to be 3 seasons, and now you only get one."
That was sad.
So good. It was
Yeah,
so good.
yeah. And I mean, like obviously you love him too. Like duh. But yeah, I just love that dude.
And this was the like. I'm going to say this, and it's going to sound really critical and mean, but this was the most acting I've seen him do in a while.
Yeah, like not just kind of playing like a bit or like a small kind of like character. He
Or
actually
like
was
playing
doing stuff.
himself. Like he's essentially been playing himself for a while, and this
Yeah,
was
that's
like
true
him
too.
being a character for the first time in a while that was so different from himself.
Yeah. Yeah, because even in that Marvel movie he was in, he was
Just
literally
himself.
still playing himself. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
He's
remember
still
that.
playing the
I was
same
like,
character.
wait,
Which I'm
what?
not mad at. I love him. I love that character, but this was nice to see him like grow
Do
increasingly
stuff.
more unhinged.
Yeah. Hee
I call it the second book blues. I buy the series and then boom, second book hump slump. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah.
I also always worry that like as I continue on, I might not feel the same excitement
Yeah.
because I've had some series just peter out on me and get sad.
Yeah, sometimes the second book is just not good. Like, I don't know.
Mel, but the boy's on your head. The boy is clinging the clingiest.
He's like, I will give you kisses.
Literally
You know?
clinging to your head. I have a
Yeah, like when
baby
I
rat.
smell Sherman's hot ass breath on me, I'm like, bless me, God. Like, give me strength to sit here and not cringe. Like,
Mm.
bless his heart.
Like Ohan hits a point at about 3, 4 o'clock in the afternoon where he just wants to perch here. And that's the only place he wants to be. To the point where to get work done, I have a baby wrap that I'll put on and just shove him in it.
Yep.
So he's supported on my shoulder.
Yep. And you can do stuff with your arms.
And I can keep typing. Yeah.
That's what they want to do. They just want to be you.
Oh, Christine started
Oh,
House of Earth and
House of
Blood.
Earth and Blood. What happened on page 62 though? I don't remember.
Katie might
Specifically.
know. I think she's read it multiple times at this point.
I've read it once, but it was on audio, so I really have no concept of page numbers when it's on audio.
Yeah.
But it was
The
fun.
first person I ever heard about that series from was my friend Katie here in the chat, and her cat is named Resand.
There you go.
Well, Mel, of course your cats are obsessed with you. Everybody should be obsessed with you. And I'm obsessed with them. I actually gave birth to them, and no, I will not be accepting questions on that.
That's right. Hair and all.
I get it. We have caught up with chat. So is that time for some reading, do you say?
Yeah, let's do it.
What are you feeling?
I'm down for whatever. I'm gonna heat up some food. So really
So if you're gonna have dinner, do you want to do an hour?
Sure.
Or no, since it's a sprint with Christine, an hour and some change. We'll go to the 45.
And some change. An hour and some change. That's right. That's right.
I got you.
Love it.
Okay, guys, we'll be back at the 45. Hello. Welcome back. Hilariously, my mother started calling as soon as it hit 9:45. So she's gonna have to wait. Is your screen
Mike's here.
seen?
You actually can't see Mike at all.
Hello.
Can't see you, bud.
Hello.
She's
The
in the
voice of
doorway.
darkness.
Turn the light on so they can see you.
Oh, the camera goes?
Look at the light.
There's just an arm reaching out of the
Yes,
darkness.
you are in the doorway. You're just
There's Mo. Hi, Mo.
It's all coming over here.
Hanging
What's everybody doing?
just reading books.
out reading. I'm reading Mickey 7.
Oh, I didn't realize that was a book.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah. It's actually a duology. And I have been told,
Oh.
this was our buddy read, Emily Sam and I'm the only one who hasn't read it yet for this month. And Emily's actually already finished the duology, and she says book 2 gives big Project Hail Mary vibes.
Oh boy. So let me go ahead and add it to my list.
Yeah. It's got good humor so far, very interesting. I don't know how we're gonna get to a Project Hail Mary energy, but I'm ready for it. And I made it to page 79 this sprint. So it's a very quick read because I just picked it up. So in an hour I read 79 pages.
That's a really
pretty
good
great.
sprint. I think we only sprinted for like an hour.
And some
Like an hour.
change.
Yeah. An hour and 2 minutes, I think.
I'm like immersive reading. So I have an audiobook on with it to keep me focused.
Yeah, I said I was gonna do Genesis and I ended up reading this audiobook that I'm
Let me
reading.
do some reading. You guys inspired
Huh?
me.
I guess Monique
Come
wants to
read
jump
with
on.
us, Mo.
I'm gonna sit here. Then.
Hey Alexa, turn on the light.
See, I knew you was doing that. I had like a ghost turn my light on.
Monique does this thing where she controls my Google, and now I'm doing payback with her Alexa.
Oh, you're.
Yeah, you do. You'll literally be like Google, blah blah blah. My Google will do it.
No, it doesn't. It's not even connected.
What has happened in the
they,
past?
they very fancy Vish. Also, Vish is here, and she thinks you have
Vish!
It's so exciting.
Turn your camera on and get on. You're getting on my nerves. Monique likes to like be on my
send
stream.
send her the link.
What's yours is mine. What's mine is yours.
I think sharing an office is really gonna.
Bring us closer.
It's like the other day she was like talking or something. It was annoying the hell out of me, and I was like, "Act like we are in different rooms. Act like there is a wall, and I am not here."
My wall doesn't exist.
Like I started putting books up, like to like
Not
build a barricade.
We need to make you a little divider. Make you little cubicles.
Basically, I think you were just talking. Like you just love to talk.
You were trying to focus on your story.
Mo, just
It really
her
was.
sheer existence bothered you.
Oh yeah, because I was writing a short story, and I was like,
Oh,
"Shut
the one
up,
for your
I've got
contest?
deadline." So,
The one for your
Anyway.
contest?
yeah,
Mm,
which I haven't looked
excited.
at since I submitted it. I was like, goodbye. I won't be looking.
You
back.
submitted it?
Yeah, I submitted it like last Friday, and
That's so exciting.
yeah, it's super exciting. They apparently review them for like a few months because they have so many, and the limit is 2,000 words, so it's about 7 or 8 pages depending on what words you use. But yeah, so they have to like read through all of them, and it's like completely anonymous until you kind of like go to the person's account. So
Very exciting. Sending you all the
Listen.
best vibes.
yeah, it's like really cool, really great. They have like prizes for people. If you win like first prize, you get like a couple $1,000s, and then I think even if you're like 10th, you still get like something. I was like, well, I will try for number 10. Okay.
Oh, you know you're going for number 1. You're a competitive soul, Christine.
Yeah, but like the way that I was writing this, you don't understand. Like the first draft was truly not well. Like
Yeah.
it was a hot pile of garbage. Flaming.
But the more you do it, the better it gets.
That's what they say. Yeah. 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 Yeah.
So is this going to
anyway,
be a Patreon exclusive at some point?
yeah. I think literally this week. It's either this week or next week, whichever week we have it. I'm
Yeah.
just gonna release it and be like, listen, there are grammatical errors, but it's not about the editing. It's about the story. Anyway.
Love it. So you didn't read Genesis. What did you read?
No, I read this book that me and Monique are both reading right now. It's called In an Instant by Suzanne Redfern. Redfern, looks like that.
Yeah. Never
and
heard of it. Tell me.
it's like pretty great. Like it's pretty good, but essentially this family goes to a cabin in Big Bear every year for a trip. And it's like a family of 4 kids, 2 adults, and then they have friends that go with them. So like 2 other adults, their kid, and then I think like somebody's boyfriend, one of the teenagers' boyfriends. And essentially like the 10 of them get in this horrible accident in the mountains when it's like snowing during a snowstorm. And so it's about them kind of like Yellow Jackets it out of there, trying to figure out like how they're going to survive the next couple of days. And it's told from the perspective of someone who has died.
Oh,
like, in
interesting.
the accident. It's like very cool. I was like, oh, this is so tragic. Like I was literally crying when this happened. And then I was like, but this POV is really cool. So
Don't you say
It's almost like
Yeah.
Lovely Bones-esque.
yeah, that's exactly what I said in my vlog check-in. I was like, it's Lovely Bones. It's giving Lovely Bones. It reminds me of it's that one movie with Chloe
Grace
you
Moretz.
know what it's called?
on our phone?
No, it's not The Fault in Our Stars. Oh.
The light between us.
Oh my gosh, Monique.
I think
You're
the
supposed to be
last
movie
Chloe Grace
person.
Moretz movie I watched was Dark Shadows, so I don't think that that's what you're
Invincible.
referring to.
Invisible.
Monique, you know that's not what it is.
Just tell me the first letter and I'll get it.
Okay, I'm gonna look it up because I can't remember the name of it.
Tell me the first letter.
Not The Equalizer coming up. I was like, wait, what?
She wasn't that.
I know. Oh, it's
What,
okay.
a Jason
so the first,
Statham movie?
it's I thought it was
First letter.
the first letter is I.
Invincible.
No, it's not Invincible.
Invisalign.
The Equalizer I thought had Denzel Washington. Am I crazy?
It does have.
Oh, Denzel is what's his name in it too? Jason Statham.
I don't know. It's just one of those like weird action movies.
Yeah,
I think
it's an
that's
action
it.
movie.
You're thinking
Yeah.
of trans.
I assume
you said
every
you're
other
thinking
action
of the
movie has
Transporter.
Jason Statham in it.
He really is in like the most random
Well, that's
actiony
You
movies
can't have
ever.
besides the E and I. What's the second letter? I need one more letter.
F.
Are we playing Hangman, Mo?
Yeah, she's
If-
really trying to
Yeah.
literally.
What are
as
you
soon-
reading, Mo?
Wait, this is an important puzzle. I must solve.
She's supposed to be reading the same book, but the book's name is In an Instant.
If it ends with us.
In an Instant. No.
If
Are you gonna guess
Only.
seriously?
if
Because I'm
only.
going to. You are not remembering. You're guessing. You have to remember.
The cover, it's beige.
No.
Yeah,
It's
it's like a black and white. She's on there, and
It's beige because of her skin color. Yeah, she's a white woman.
If Mo was actually in StreamYard like we were, she
I
would have
know.
the answer.
She's literally not even trying to get on her computer at all. She's literally sitting towards me.
Hello,
like, looking
Monique.
at me. She's not even
Talking to a
looking at her
wall here.
computer.
Talking to a wall.
I'm telling you, this is what she likes to do. She likes for me to be on the stream and for her to just interject into my.
And occasionally stand behind you.
Literally, I'm like, why are you standing behind me, you weirdo? And then I have to go like this so that she can sit in my thing. And I'm like, just get.
I've
your
been a
own-
little worried, Mo, that
Well, you're
Christine
getting
wasn't
your
giving you a
ears
chair.
sensitivity.
What'd you
Just
say?
divide her.
That I've been a little worried in streams recently that like Mo hasn't been gifted
Been
a chair.
around.
Like she's not allowed to sit.
I just
It's
got-
she has a chair. She decides not to sit. Okay, it has nothing to do with me. Okay,
I'm just
Everyone's like, whoa, poor Mo. Christine makes her stand, blah, blah, blah. No. She has her own computer. She even has her own streaming camera. Like, she has a literal camera she bought, which I don't have. I just have my computer.
It's not a streaming camera. I do not have a webcam
What is that?
for this computer.
What is that thing on top of your
It's not the
computer?
streaming, it's the webcam.
Okay, a webcam.
But it has all the fancy S Club 7 filters, Mel.
Literally.
It's not the $20 webcam.
Anyway, so she's got all that jazz. She just doesn't use it.
If only.
It's If I Stay. Yeah, you were never gonna get it, but okay. Anyway, it's like that movie, or that book, because essentially the same thing happens. Like, this tragedy happens with this family, and then the daughter is not like she's not dead yet, but she's trying to decide if she's going to stay on Earth after this tragedy has happened, or if she's gonna like move on and like die, because like there's so much sadness left, you know.
Gosh.
Yeah,
How
dude, it's
far
like
are you into
very-
this?
This one, I'm okay. So I think I only have like an hour left. Yeah, so I've got an hour left. It's 79, chapter 79 of 94. Lots of chapters, but it's not a long audiobook. It was only like 3 hours, and I'm reading it at 2 times speed. So, you know, if you read it at regular, it's like 6 hours. It's not that long.
Yeah. No, it's not
But it's
that
like
long at
very
all.
good. Like these plot things keep happening, and I'm like, oh yes, because it's really a commentary on like how you act like as a human under extreme stress and like severe, you know, experiences.
Yeah. You know what else
So-
has that vibe? De-Evolution that I recommended to you for your 24 and 24.
I actually was thinking about that the other day about how I failed the hell out of that
hinged off the
challenge.
top recommendation.
To be fair, I didn't read anything last year, so
You're fine. I'm
You
just
know?
still a little amused that that's what my brain immediately came up with for you. Was like this.
really, I thought you said I was.
I
Gonna like
loved it, but it's not my normal recommendation, and I don't know why my brain did that, but I really enjoyed it. I had a great time. I've recommended it to a ton of people. And you have to do it on audio.
Well, consider me. I was thinking about this because I was like, I should really do a vlog about that. You know? So
But you had the cutest 24 and 24 announcement video of anybody.
I mean, I really hyped it up. That's the funny part, is I was really
Yeah.
like, I'm gonna do this year. 2024 is my year. I should have looked at my zodiac for the year, but it's fine. You know?
We do what we do.
Did all
But so is Mo actually reading this book about death, or is Mo going to say she's going to read something and futz around at the desk all day?
Oh,
I
we
finished
need
the book
people like
today.
Elizabeth to call
I
us
actually
out.
finished a book today.
She finished a whole book in one day.
Oh, what did you read, Mo? Tell me.
I read the.
What if you
Paper
got on the
Palace.
stream?
I don't.
I sent you the link and everything.
I know, but it's okay.
She's so annoying.
I'll comment in the comment.
I'll put you in the thumbnail, Mo. I'll change it right now.
It needs to be in the thumbnail. It's not here. I need it.
Anyway, she finished The Paper Palace. That's the name of the book. Listen, Vish, I know. Okay. Wow, everyone's really thinking about my 24 and 24. No, I didn't. That's all I got.
Oh, Her Majesty's Royal Coven. You will love that, Christy.
I know. I truly had
Speaking
a
of
whole
series
entire
I've sampled, I've only read the first one.
Siri sampler. Don't mind if I do.
I didn't get that.
Oh my gosh,
Did you try
Siri,
again?
not you.
Accept-
Not you.
Samplers of electronic.
See, but that's how good is. You know what I mean? You be asking these other devices stuff, they're not even listening.
Siri's just always listening.
She really
Yeah,
is.
she also wants you to pretend you're in cubicles.
Yeah, like it's actually like come out in a study that they're always listening, even when they're off. So
Jean's here. Did you decide to read Zodiac Academy, Jean?
oh, I love Zodiac Academy. Zodiac Academy is a stupid romance, so
I told you about how my boss was reading Zodiac Academy in public.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She was like, it's just a silly, goofy time. I'm like, no.
That no one knows because it's only a German book.
Yeah. I was like, no. They're definitely English, I think.
Yeah, they're in English. I don't know what she was thinking.
But
We've been having a really, really bad week. Not week, like month. And it's been really stressful for her. So I dropped off an Easter basket on her porch yesterday because she's one of my best friends. And it had a copy of Carry On because she's a big Harry Potter girly. And I was like, here's a different version, a candle and a chocolates and a bunch of gardening waters to relax her.
Nice. I love that. Yeah. That's
I
a
love
really
a good.
nice, sweet gift.
What can I say? I'm a giver.
Yeah. Imagine living that close to like your friends where you can just like drop something off on their porch.
That I just randomly buy things off of your Amazon wish list. It's hard to pebble when you're half a country away.
It's true. It's literally so true. Vish says, hey. Monique. I love
Desi
that.
did
Tomb Raider.
laundry. I need to do laundry so badly.
I just did some today. Yeehaw.
I haven't done any in 2 weeks. This weekend's gonna be rough.
Oh, yeah.
And we gave the right name for this for Jean, right? Yeah.
In an instant, yes. By Suzanne Fearn. I can't. Justice for
Vish
Mo.
also says justice for Mo.
She can take it, you know? It's really just her holding herself back.
What am I holding myself back?
Getting a chair and
If
being
she
in
would
the
forgive
screen.
me for the first time we ever hung out, me getting her covered in pretend bodily fluids. I think we're okay.
Now that's justice for Mo.
Wow.
Don't you love blood?
Someday I will edit that content.
I don't think you guys understand
That's how I felt about the reel that I put out today. I was like, this was in February.
the amount of water and blood that came out of that vent. It was
My favorite moment as we're sitting there in our ponchos in the middle of this tiny theater is hearing Mo scream,
It got in my mouth.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's like her worst nightmare. Any kind of bodily function getting in Monique's mouth. Yeah. She's not
we
about
were
it.
dead center of the splash zone. We got all of it. And the cast had the time of their lives making us scream like children.
I'm glad it was y'all, you know?
Honestly, I had a great time with Mo. Would do it again.
You guys definitely were the good attitudes
I'll
about
wear
it.
a different outfit, I think. A swimsuit or something.
A swimsuit.
I will say I was impressed because it was you were warned that it was gonna be a bloodbath. Hence why I brought ponchos for us. But a lot of people just came in white shirts so that they could have the stained shirt afterwards as a souvenir.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I would not go in just a regular outfit. I'd be too wet. So you don't like that kind of stuff, like bodily fluids, but I don't like to be wet. Actually, that's my.
And it was just food coloring in water.
If you were in my seat, you would have been in so much pain and discomfort. I thought that Elizabeth got some of it, but when I stood and I was like, "Oh, my pants are soaked." So, just this little part.
I did get some of it, but not as much as you, Mo. You bore the brunt. You were in the center of the splash.
I said, my pants. It's in my shoes.
I think I got more of the hair gel than you did.
That's true. You were, yeah.
I got touched by the headless corpse more.
Ew. Gross. I'm glad you guys had a great time though.
Yeah.
We had a great time.
10 with you again in different clothing.
When I went to LA, just for context, there was a pop-up theater performance themed off of a Disney World ride about an alien who breaks out and starts killing people, where they had an alien break out and start killing people and showering us in fake blood. And it was a 20-30 minute performance, Mo?
Monique.
But it was 20-30 minutes of just hilarious gore.
Yeah.
after we had Korean barbecue with Christine, and then Mo took
That
her
Korean
Waymo
barbecue was
home.
so good.
Yeah,
I
it was
know.
so
I'm
good.
so glad I took the Waymo. I felt horrible.
Oh, you mean instead of driving?
Oh,
in
and
the
like
car?
in a person's car.
Normal car, yeah.
Oh
Like a
yeah.
normal Uber.
Yikes. Didn't even think about
Mo likes to do commentary, but it's very
He does.
entertaining. Jean's hyping you up.
No, thank
It was the cheapest Logitech, as I've been told, says Sarah. I'm assuming this is about your webcam.
it was. It's the cheapest one. It was $24.
You're limp? You have a limp, Christine? What?
I don't know. Do I?
Jean, clarification.
I don't know. Maybe limp.
Trying to
Crimp.
finish Wild Side and eating a cake, Sarah. You're living a better life than me. I wish I had cake.
Ooh, that sounds so good. Woo. Cake.
I do have Nutter Butters. Nutty
Lamp.
Buddies?
Sarah's right. It's lamp.
Oh, lamp.
I thrifted this. This is one of my thrift finds. I love this lamp.
Super cute. Trying to read Ashes and the Star Cursed King.
There you go.
But I realized I just don't care
I
anymore.
just don't care anymore. Carissa Broadbent lost me. I'm like, girl, what is this? I know. We've talked about it. Listen.
Christine, did you ever read the book about the Nile?
This one is the one that my cousin recommended me. And she still asks me about this book as well. And I'm like,
What book?
do I have to tell you that I didn't read a single book in 2024? Not that. I mean, I read some stuff, but I didn't read a lot.
Yeah. I barely hit my reading goal last year. And that's because like I read a 30-page like KU novella to close my year out, or otherwise I would have hit it.
As you should.
Like, you know what? I bet I could Hail Mary this. I could just get to that line.
You sure can.
I know. Well, did you read the Anne Boleyn like prequel too to this? Because isn't that technically like 0.5? I haven't read the sequel or that one yet.
To Her Majesty's Royal Coven?
Mm-hmm.
Wow, it's based off of Anne Boleyn?
Well, the whole idea is that the coven was started under Anne Boleyn because there's always been rumors that Anne Boleyn was a witch who bewitched King Henry VIII, and that she brought together witches to protect the kingdom, and that continued on as an official like branch of the government past Anne Boleyn's death. So she was the first head of the royal coven.
Dang. You think about that kind of stuff and you're like, but if she was actually a witch, like, she wouldn't have let y'all kill her, you know? That's the kind of stuff I think about. I'm like, y'all are so funny.
They're just trying to villainize a woman who
Yeah.
power. That's what they do.
They sure did. You know, Jean, after we talked about it, and you said it was, you know, not the best, I haven't picked it up. But I did do something crazy, and I ordered the special edition copies of this entire series from their website. And it's like got character art, it's got beautiful colors, sprayed edges, all this beautiful, beautiful stuff. And I said, when I get those copies, I think I'm going to just do a reread of everything. Yeah, 8 burned me out.
But you're going to reread all. How many pages was this whole series at this point? Like, if you got the bind up, how long would it take for you to see progress on your Kindle?
I mean, like, it's like if they're stacked on my bookshelf right now, and I only have like 6 of them in print, and they're like this big. So, like, you know, 9, like half my height probably.
Like, I'm just picturing there's that crafting YouTuber who bound up the entirety of whatever that Brandon Sanderson series is in one. It's bound them all together in one giant leather bound.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, they're all that thick. Like, they are big
boys. Chunky. Yes,
Chauncey.
Tornado warning. That far north, Gene? That's wild. That is really weird.
Yeah, hopefully you stay okay.
Stay safe.
Yes, I do remember this. And then we never read it. I'm still down. I'm gonna read it this year. So, because I have to, you know.
Also, what happened to Nikki? She
I don't
disappeared.
know.
I worry
Life
about
just
it.
got busy.
I should check with Vanessa and make sure she's okay. I still talk to Katie occasionally. Speaking of friends who have disappeared into the ether.
Yeah, sometimes life just gets cuckoo banana.
Life's
Yeah, and you leave the internet. And that's
gotta
okay.
go.
Yeah. You know?
Gotta
It's
peace
hard
out.
out here. Please.
I have many a friend who have decided that social media and the internet are not for them right now, and they just need to peace off into the darkness. We get it.
Yep.
But we still love
Honestly,
you. And miss you.
probably healthier.
Yeah.
You know?
You did read Queen Bee. It was good, but I'm not a you don't love a novella.
Oh yeah.
This is not a novella girly. But I am a fan of dragging Henry VIII. So I hope there's some dragging of Henry VIII in it.
I don't know, Vish, you might like T. Kingfisher. Listen. Thornhedge. I didn't know that I was
Dean's
hard
an
to say
acolyte
that.
for T.
Like,
Kingfisher novellas.
I'm really like campaigning for this book. I didn't realize it either. I was like,
That's how I felt about De-Evolution when you called me and I was like, you know what, this is my recommendation. Like I was like, I have to tell you.
to do this one. Yeah. That should be my monster book, actually, now that I think about it. See, that's what I'm saying. The monster prompt should be a little more widespread. That's all I'm gonna say. That's my feedback.
That's why we have the like pick your own monster prompt. Like,
yeah, but I'm reading a basilisk for that one.
That sounds
Loki,
like
all
a
of them
result of your own
prompt.
choices.
I know, okay? I read a lot of monsters. It's just not the ones that we're talking about here.
You know, same. Sometimes not. Like I'm actually really struggling right now. Because like I have the book that I read at the end of last week has a sylph, which is like an elemental, but also a werewolf. So like I don't know if I should count it for my other monster
Shifter
or my shifter.
I mean, have you read another shifter?
Not yet.
Well, just
Not
wait.
quite. Well, technically, Kiss of Seduction is also a shifter. No, it's not. It's vampire. Sorry, that's the crossover. I'm reading a vampire book right now, though. I'm reading that Lord of Eternal Darkness. It's like a vampire, queer Beauty and the Beast retelling.
Whoa. I feel like I've read a lot of vampire books recently, so Kiss of Seduction is good, though.
I haven't picked it up since the last sprint. I need to get to the check-in point before next sprint's Monday?
25th, is that Monday? Yeah, that sounds right.
No, that's a Tuesday.
Oh, Tuesday? Yeah.
Who are you? Why are you sprinting on a Tuesday?
I don't know. I know we randomly will sprint. We'll randomly like switch it up from like Monday or Tuesday or whatever. But yeah, 25th, I believe, is the day.
It wasn't the best. But 9 has shorter chapters. Sometimes you just need a shorter chapter to help power you through a big book, though.
Yeah. Well, and they were saying that like 8 was going to be their last one. So that's why I think it was so, like, they built it up a lot. And then they're like, wait, we can still make money off of this. So
I still don't understand why they're trying to pretend like it's not going to be 12 books.
I know. Thank you, dude. I'm like, why are you guys Delulu?
And hell, they could still go to like 13 because isn't there like a secret 13th zodiac that they tried to shove in there?
Yeah. They honestly, it's just like irking me that they're not doing 12. And maybe that's my own personal thing, you know, like
it deeply bothers me and I have no intention of ever reading them.
Right? Because it's like, how could you leave out 3 of the zodiac? Like, granted, I'm blessed because Gemini started it all, but Like literally. Anyway, that's just what I think about.
Oh, Nikki's totally MIA. Well, I hope she's okay. They're a sweet little family.
Yeah, a little baby.
Little baby. Oh, bye,
I
Lulu.
mean, they do have a spinoff. It's the Never Keep books, which takes place at another academy, but it's not Zodiac Academy. It's like in America, the academy. So
What
it would be like
what is it if
instead
it's
of-
not Zodiac?
it's called Never Keep. Like that's the name of it.
But it's not like what is their gimmick?
Oh, I think they're just. I think it's literally just like the American version, like
Wow.
copy paste America. I'm pretty sure that's what it is.
Wah,
I haven't
wah.
started it because I wanted to finish Zodiac, and then I was like, I'll finish Zodiac when I get the books. It's like at this point, you know, your TBR just keeps growing and growing. It's like a little baby, and then suddenly it's a toddler, and then, you know, they're like a young adult, preteen, teenager. And then they're off on their own, and you're like, Jesus, you grew up so fast.
You grew up so fast.
Can't keep track of
Take
you.
it so fast.
Literally.
I would like to point out I deleted TikTok in that 14 hours that TikTok shut down, and then for a while I couldn't re-download it because you couldn't. And now I refuse to acknowledge that I can re-download it because life is more peaceful without those notifications. And I am a geriatric millennial, so I see it all on Instagram like several days late. I'm fine with that. I have one friend who, if there's something she sees on TikTok that she wants me to see, instead of finding it on that creator's Instagram, where it also clearly is, and sending it to me on Instagram, she downloads it from TikTok to message it to me.
That is so wonderful of your friend. That's a lot of work. I mean, maybe that works for them though. Like maybe they're like, this is the way to do it.
Yeah, she's like, I need to make sure she sees it, and the only way I can guarantee it is if I just send her the video clip like she's my grandma.
Listen, yeah. I have two coworkers who are like 4 to 5 years younger than me. That's our like little coworker group. And in our group chat, I sent them because they both have cats. Like they're both cat people, whatever. And
Clearly
I sent,
good people.
like, yeah, clearly they're just amazing. But I sent them a video of a cat, and this guy was like singing to his cat, and the cat's face was like, "I'm sorry, what the hell are you doing?" You know, kind of thing. And one of my coworkers was like, "Christine, I love you, but that was the most millennial thing that you've ever sent us." And I was like, "Noted. No more cat videos. Got it."
You don't understand. We traded that shit like currency.
I was like, "Oh shit, I thought this was cool, but like I guess it's not cool at all, you know." And I was like,
Always
"Oh,
send me cat videos, Christine. I will gladly send
definitely felt like Granny." I was like, "Oh, okay, yeah. I'll delete that."
Noted. Would you like a strawberry candy from my purse?
Yeah, yes. I was like, "Would you like a Werther's original?" Like, my god, or one of those little peppermints that like immediately dissolve in your mouth.
Oh yeah, my mom was obsessed with those. Speaking
Yeah,
old
they come
people.
in packs, like ginormous cheap packs. You know, you just get them
Yeah.
in the church. So, anyway,
I love this. I've never thought of reading that series, and I know there should be 12. Thank
That's
you,
right.
Sarah.
Because it's the Zodiac, you know? Like, why would you? Yeah. I didn't even know they were British. Like, I had to like do research on it, and I was like, wait, because they don't speak like they're, you know, across the pond. They
You can't
speak
hear
like
the
they're
accent when you're
American.
reading the book.
Oh, I wonder how the audio is actually. Now that I think of it, I've never listened to the audio. I wonder if they're British. That's a good question. Let's see.
Let's see if we can pull up a clippy.
What are you gonna?
I'm checking Libby.
Oh, let's see. I'll check.
Placehold. Borrow. I can borrow The Reckoning Part 1.
Ooh.
I don't know which one that is, but let's see what it sounds like. It's a graphic
That's-
audio.
That's one of the last ones.
Oh, hold on. Let me take it off of 2.5 times speed.
Oh my god. They've got number 1 right here.
Oh yeah, I don't. It's all it's place a hold for those.
Hold on, let me just play this. Let's see. It's
Is
number
yours the
1.
graphic audio?
This is dramatized adaptation, Zodiac Academy number 1,
Yeah.
The Awakening.
They're British?
Yeah. Graphic Audio presents Zodiac Academy, The Awakening by Caroline Peckham and Suzanne Valenti.
I guess I can turn it
And Jessica Schreier.
on a regular speed.
By Wolf Town.
Set it up fast.
No, it's 1.5 it says. Okay, normal.
When I
speed.
turned mine on, it was at 2.5 automatically, and I was like, "Oh, that's unhinged."
He was halfway through the window when the police siren sounded. Pause. Breathe.
She sounds American.
She sounds super American.
What is this book
Would you like
about?
if don't have an
She's
British
wriggling through a fence. She's like,
Oh,
but this is because it's dramatized. She's making all the noises to like wriggle through a fence. That makes me really concerned for the sex scenes.
Oh my gosh, I don't need a dramatized spicy book. Oh no.
Like, take one for the team.
And read it. I mean, I still will probably read it. I like love this series. I'm obsessed. I love Zodiac Academy. You honestly,
Are you coming to say hi?
oh, I can't even think about the boys. Oh wow.
Are they British?
It's set across the pond, but apparently no, they're not British. Wait, that might make sense though, because I think the two main characters are American, and then they go.
Is everybody else British?
Hey,
And the girls
Okay,
are
hold on. Let me see. Hold on.
British guys are gonna have me listening to
When Tori had intro sounded even worse than what I pictured. She was. I lay on my bed, reading over the notes.
Lord.
I rolled over with a light. I sat in cardinal magic. A telltale vibration came from my clutch. The whole academy was buzzing with it. The day of the dance arrived, and Tori and I headed down.
Is it just one POV?
I can't do this right now, so I'm gonna.
No, you're fine.
Oh no, there's two POVs. I just don't know when the guy. No, I don't remember what
You
chapters
don't
the
have
guys
to
are
table
in.
of contents?
They have chapter 1, chapter 2, chapter 3, all throughout the other chapters.
Well, the next
Cat
book.
came to say hi.
Hello. She's like, who are you? Oh my god.
Oh, she's even gonna curl up in the lap.
Look at her. She matches the couch.
Meanwhile, Sherman.
That was intentional when I purchased the couch.
Oh, you got it because of her hair?
Well, yeah, because it doesn't show up as bad.
Poor Sherman. Sherman just wants to hang out with Monique every time she comes home.
Well, because Monique pretends to not like him, so he wants to give her
Yep.
all of the attention.
It's true. He's literally passed out like right by her chair.
He has a pillow right there.
Yeah. The pillow is by me, but he's by her.
But he wants to force his love upon her.
He really does. Yeah. He wants attention. Oh gosh, I'm sure it is. Oh wait. Graphic novel? Oh yeah.
Or the graphic audio.
Or graphic. I know they're doing a graphic novel for Fourth Wing, so. And then apparently
Gonna
people
milk
were
that
like,
for
"Are you gonna
every
make it
dollar they
YA?"
can.
And she was like, "Why would I make it YA?" I would take it from the story.
Punched my laptop.
Oh,
Mo, the other book I almost read tonight was the next Lana Ferguson monster romance.
Under the Lock and Key.
Oh, Lock and Key.
Yeah.
Did you? Or you haven't started?
I haven't started it yet.
Tell me how
I
it
almost did
goes.
tonight. I had it on hand in case I wasn't vibing with Mickey, but Mickey's good.
That's good.
But Mickey's not monster.
No, I'm taking a monster break. This is my
Watch this.
March buddy read with Sam and Emily, and I'm the only one who hasn't finished it yet.
I want to watch that movie. I still haven't seen it. Even though
Sam
everybody
said the
it's
movie
horrible.
was terrible.
Yeah, that's what everybody said. And I'm
It
like,
had
this
nothing to
guy
do with the
was
book, is
screaming.
what he said. The book, like the book, is very different from the movie, and the movie was
Aw.
terrible.
That's sad.
I'm still gonna watch the movie, but I'm gonna read the book first so that I can truly appreciate how bad the movie is.
Yeah, and be like, this is not at all what you said.
I
It was
wonder who
gonna
adapted it. But sometimes I'm like, is Robert
Wasn't it?
Pattinson a good actor?
Wasn't it literally the guy who did Parasite?
Yeah, it's
directed
the director who did Parasite.
But didn't he adapt it? Like, didn't he write the screenplay? Or am I making that up? I don't
No,
know.
I think he did. I
I
think
think
he
he did
always
too.
writes his screenplays.
Yeah.
Interesting. Did you read the book?
Did I?
Did he?
I'm sure he had to. Whoa.
But I think this is also
are
the
you-
first time he's adapted something, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like I think everything else has been his original content.
His stuff. Yeah, probably. Probably. Yeah, buddy.
Parasite was the last movie that I watched in a movie theater before the pandemic.
Oh, I thought you were about to say ever. I was like, wow.
No.
You just go to the movies the other day, you said? Oh, it wasn't the movies. It was like a
That's a long time.
theater production.
Yeah, it was probably the theater. The last movie I saw in theaters was probably Beetlejuice.
I think mine was Wicked.
Oh no, it was Wicked then. I completely forgot about Wicked. I was
Yeah.
on babysitting duty. My friend had just lost her father, and her partner was out of town for work during that period. After the death and before the funeral, and so we were all on babysitting duty a different night for the week. And on my night, I said, you still haven't gone to see Wicked. You're a crazy musical lover like me. I'm gonna take you to Wicked. That's how I'm gonna babysit you tonight. Let's go.
There you go. Yeah. That's the best time too, because you don't even have to talk. You just sit there and watch it.
Precisely. The most she said to me during those 3 hours was, I'm just so glad it doesn't suck. I was so worried it was gonna suck.
Yeah. Everybody was, buddy.
Yeah.
And it
I've been waiting for
doesn't.
this for 20 years.
There
What
you
was the
go.
last movie I saw? I went by myself.
Yeah, you
Oh,
went
the
by yourself.
Valentine's movie.
There you go.
What was it called?
Don't know. I didn't go with you.
Valentine's movie?
We saw some like Valentine's horror movie, and she was like, "You would love this movie.
It's like kind of like
It's
happy.
satirical, but also gory." And I'm like, "Oh, okay."
They like go on a.
It's got the guy from Scream in it, the most recent Scream. Not
I
I
that
haven't
one,
watched a
but
Scream since
Olivia.
3.
Olivia.
I love the Scream movies. Okay, let me just.
I loved the original 3. Scream 1 is a masterpiece.
Yeah, literally,
4 is
they
the-
get
was the
more and
best
more worse
one.
for sure. But
Scream 4 is solidly like number 1 for me, besides 1. It's
I
like,
will say I have watched every
Yeah,
Tremors movie and they get real bad.
Kevin Bacon.
and the worms, right?
Yeah.
I don't do that.
Sarah J. Maas's mascot.
It's also the thing that inspired Nope. Like that's an
Yeah.
homage to Tremors.
Yeah, literally, like the inside of them. Yeah, for sure.
And it's very much like Tremors, but instead of it being underground, they're above.
Mm-hmm. Oh my god, I
Uh,
forgot all about how good Nope was. That was so
Nope
crazy.
is so good. It's my
Oh,
favorite of his movies. But
I think
I'm
my
also a
favorite-
huge Tremors fan, so the homage part of it
Yeah,
is
yeah.
real hard.
Hard Eyes
Oh, Heart Eyes, she said is the movie name of the.
with Olivia Holt.
Jane still hasn't seen Wicked.
Oh,
In all the wrong order.
that's okay. That one guy who's in the most recent one, he's like Jack Quaid, I think is his name. Dennis Quaid's son. He's like in so many horror things now. I love it.
Well, so is
girl?
Nicholas's son.
Nicolas Cage?
No, Jack Nicholas.
Oh, I was like, what?
Or Nichols' son. There's a Jack Nichols' son and a Jack Nicholas, and one is a golfer and one is an actor, and I've never been able to keep their names straight in my head.
Jack Nicholson is the actor. Who's his
Nicholas
son?
is
Who's
the
his son?
golfer. Huh? Yeah, his son's in Smile 2. Like the creepy Smile guy in Smile 2 and all the trailers, that's his son.
Oh my god, he's literally in the most recent, like he was in Companion.
Yeah.
That's Jack Nicholson's son.
Who you talking about?
Yeah.
The guy in Smile 2, the boyfriend in the trailer
What's
who
his name?
dies. Nicholson.
With the creepy smile.
Yeah.
With a
he's-
Jack
he's
Nicholson smile.
Jack Nicholson's son. That's so crazy. He doesn't even look like him to me.
Oh, Ray Nicholson.
Ray.
I've heard about him because he.
Oh.
Nepo babies everywhere.
Yeah, because he was like in an MTV horror movie
He looks
like a
just like
long
Jack
time
Nicholson.
ago.
Yeah, when he smiles, he looks just like Jack Nicholson in The Shining.
Look at this man's head.
That's
Look
why they
at
got
that.
him on the trailer. I can't really see, but I believe you. I believe ya.
Yeah,
What is it?
Sarah, they get bad. Although I will say, much to Moa's point about the Scream movies, where you love 4 as much as you love 1, I love Tremors 4 as much as I love Tremors 1 because they go back in time to like frontier times to like Bert's ancestor and like the first appearance of the Graboids, and it is gold. Like there's something so endearing about Tremors 4.
The Wild West of Tremors.
It's like Wild West Tremors. But the same actor who's played Bert in all of the other movies is still playing like Bert's great grandfather.
Oh my gosh. They're like, yeah, they look exactly the same. I love it when
So
they
good.
I'm like, the genes are strong in this one.
Yeah. Like weirdly, I really love really don't understand Jenna Ortiz's character. Or what are we talking about? Scream?
Scream, I think. Jenna,
It's just a reboot. They just brought her in to reboot the series, which is really famous.
Oh, is she the one who's supposed to be Skeet Ulrich's daughter?
Spoiler!
Sorry.
I just let it happen.
I
I was like, well, there you go.
I still don't understand how they're gonna make Matthew Lillard come back.
They are?
Yeah, they announced that he's gonna be in the next Scream, and I'm like, how?
They
I
gotta let these men
love-
die.
I
They've gotta
love
let them
Matthew
go.
Lillard, but how?
Maybe it's the ghost of him. The ghost of
Suddenly
you.
middle-aged?
So?
What?
Sorry.
Is there any movies that you're doing?
Not currently, no. Gene was asking if I was doing any film stuff. I like produced something recently, but I wasn't in it.
Ooh, look at you, Christine. Well, you're busy exploring your writing career right now.
Yeah, apparently so. We'll see.
Back to Perfection, right? Yes, Back to Perfection.
That's what the Tremors movie is called.
The 4th one, yeah.
Back to Perfection. They are funny for that. LOL.
Yeah, and then from the first movie to the second movie, they evolve and they like come out of the worms and they can walk on the land. And they have heat sensors instead of hearing sound. And then in the third movie, they start spitting fire out of their butts and they can kind of glide around and come at you from above. And they refer to those as ass blasters. Enjoy.
Is Tremors satirical? Just like
Oh yeah, like I think
Okay.
the first one really intended to be a horror movie with some humor, and then they realized it got a cult following and just led with that.
okay, great.
And they got even more unhinged. At one point, they go to Africa. At one point, they go to Antarctica.
That wasn't fun.
there are little worms in Antarctica.
Apparently,
Okay,
at one point,
back
Jamie,
to the ice.
what's his name? Jamie?
Fox.
No, white guy.
Jamie.
Like early 2000s comedian, also in Scream.
Jamie Kennedy.
Also in
Yes,
Jamie
Jamie Kennedy
Kennedy.
is in the 5th one in Africa.
That's literally his brand. That's his brand.
This is really kooky bananas. I'll say it.
So I feel like Scream has probably gotten to this point just without the intentional humor.
Oh, I see. See, yeah.
The Scream TV
Jane
show.
randomly saw you in something. You
Oh
were
my God,
standing
what
in
was
bar.
it? Oh, there's a lot of stuff though. I mean, I have no idea.
I'm
It was-
jealous. I've never gotten to see you in a thing.
I don't know either.
You haven't? I've literally shown you stuff before.
But you assume she was paying attention, Christine.
No, literally, because I was rewatching a show and I'm like in the show, and you were like, "Oh, is this that show that you're in?" That's what you said to me.
But you never showed me the scene.
What are you talking about? Yes, I did. Yes, I did.
With what's his name?
Yeah,
On
Seth
Apple TV.
Rogen.
You never showed me that scene.
What are you
'Cause you
talking
couldn't
about?
find it.
That's not true. I know exactly like where it
Because you
is.
found it then, but you didn't find it before.
Patreon exclusive. Post
Money's
it.
being so silly. Anyway, I was in a TV show with Seth Rogen one
She was
time.
like the girl.
Ooh.
Yeah,
I like
I was
Seth
supposed to be.
Rogen.
I was supposed to be a Kardashian lookalike, and I was like, "Y'all are funny." Like, I didn't even have this hair then. It was like normal brown hair, and I was like, "What in the hell?" But yeah, they like decked me out in all Ballman, whatever. And they like, I had like a pound of makeup on my face. It was crazy.
Oh my gosh.
Seth Rogen's laugh is just so silly. Yeah, no, he's like, I
Yeah.
can't even do it. Like it's just so fake sounding, but like that's literally how. Yeah, like literally, he sounds like a Muppet or something.
Yeah, he really does sound like a Muppet.
And yeah, he's just a funny dude.
What was that weird movie where he was like a political writer?
Oh my god, he was on staff for the president with Charlize Theron.
Yeah.
She
It
was
was
the president.
a weirdly good, like I enjoyed that movie.
I
Do you
loved
remember
that movie. I was
anything
like,
about
the
it, but I remember
romance.
having a great time.
I didn't think she was on staff. I thought she just was. He was doing like a thing for like the
He was her
newspaper.
speechwriter.
Yeah.
Well, I thought it was like he worked for a newspaper and was doing like a.
No,
Oh,
no. I
It
mean,
was
he
her
might have done that before because she brought him on to be
the speechwriter.
her speechwriter.
He was a
yeah.
new speechwriter.
Yeah,
for-
because they knew each other back in the day.
It
This
was
was a
romance.
second chance romance, I guess, or
Yes.
friends to lovers, I guess. Yeah,
Yeah, Friends to Lovers.
It
Similarly
was
to
pretty
or I
correct.
think it would be Second Chance Romance would be always be my maybe.
Oh,
I loved that one so much.
yeah.
Love that one so much.
That
I have
was in
such
my
a thing for Randall Park.
Oh, well, there you go. Yeah.
Yeah, and then they start flying.
The fire assers or
Ass
whatever they're
blasters.
called,
They
like
call them
ass
ass blasters.
blasters. Yeah, like what are y'all even? I was like, this is a joke, right? That's what my
Oh,
brain
yeah.
was like.
Like,
This cannot be.
The first one, I
Can't
think,
be
and if you
hilarious.
ever watch the trailer for the first one, the trailer reads so serious, like such a serious horror. Like they were trying to be scary, and then after the reception, they're like, you know what? We're just gonna roll.
Ass
We're gonna roll with
blasters.
what people want.
I like have never seen it, so that's why I was like, what are y'all talking about?
Oh, the first one is worth a watch for sure. Even if you never watch any of the rest of them, the first one is a classic. It stars Kevin Bacon, Mr. Miyagi, the dad from Growing, not Growing Pains, the dad from what was the show about the hippies that
wow.
Michael J. Fox was on? Like his parents were hippies and he was a conservative.
Who?
I'm so sorry.
Michael J. Fox.
What
Yeah.
about him?
Like it was a show in the 80s where his parents were like
Oh,
former
the
hippies
Partridge.
and he was
No, it's called the.
She said the partridge.
No.
And now she's saying no. Kevin Bacon's hair looks so crazy.
He was in. I used to watch that show.
But the dad from that show is the only actor who is in every Tremors movie. He is, in fact, the actual star of the Tremors movie. But the first movie has Reba McEntire in it.
I see it's like kind of, they got like country people. Like they were like,
Yeah.
Kevin Bacon, he was in Footloose. Let's put him in this.
Remo Williams is in it. Like
Remo
Is
Williams.
it Family Ties?
Family Ties.
Family Ties, yes. The dad from Family Ties is in it. Yeah,
This
Reba,
is
of course.
Crazy.
Michael Gross from Family Ties.
Oh, him. Mr. Keaton. The Keaton. Yeah, I remember. Oh, this guy. Oh, he's in
And
all the
Reba's
Tremors.
like a crazy, like gun obsessed housewife. Like she's married to Michael Gross's character, Bert, the only continuous one, and they like have a like bunker stockpile of weapons. It's
As they
so
should.
funny.
This is like a
Aunt
dystopian world,
Zelda.
right?
No, they're just in a little town in a valley in Nevada. They're just in a really small
okay.
town. Yeah.
Okay.
Like it's normal life. They're just in an isolated small town in the desert.
And then this stuff starts happening.
And this stuff starts happening. But if you enjoyed Nope, I think you would at least enjoy the original Tremors.
Tremors.
don't want to rewatch. Under
Oh,
the
Gene
Dome.
said Family Ties.
Jane's just yelling at the TV. Family ties. It's family ties.
Family Ties. I know.
Under the Dome.
Seth Rogen thing. Knows what it
Oh
means.
yeah. Yes. Yeah, because he runs a bar. That was like the whole thing. That show got canceled. Sad.
As they do.
Yeah,
Oh,
me too, strangely enough. Except for his new show. He has like a new show on Apple TV that I haven't seen yet.
Ooh,
Seth Rogen. Yeah. It's called The
It's
Studio,
about-
I think.
making a movie or something.
oh
It's
yeah.
about The Studio.
There's a lot of Seth Rogen stuff that I've missed, but whenever I do see Seth Rogen stuff, I enjoy it.
Yeah, it's good stuff. What?
Recently, I just saw a trailer
About?
for
When you do this.
Dave Franco and his wife.
Uh-huh.
They're gonna be in a horror movie together. And I said, it's called Together, I think.
Oh.
And I was like, me and Christine gotta see this.
I love Dave Franco. And I love his wife.
Her name
You
Alice.
guys did
Allison.
watch The Menu, right? Speaking of horror
Yes.
films.
Yeah.
Freaking love that movie.
We're like usually pretty up on horror. Like I will say recently, like in the past month, I haven't watched the newer ones that have come out, but
Did you
We
watch The
do-
Heretic? Because that's one I've been wanting to go back and watch.
I was
I'm
just
intrigued.
gonna say I was
No.
literally about to say starting at The Heretic. Like that's the one that I haven't seen.
Oh, I want to watch it.
It looks
Same.
so
It looks
good.
I really love this era of Hugh Grant's career where he just does not give a shit and he's doing
he doesn't care.
whatever strikes his fancy.
And he
I'm
is
really
crazy.
enjoying it. Oh yeah,
for
he's playing
sure.
crazy real well. But like he was great in Dungeons and Dragons, but like old Hugh Grant
Oh.
would never have done that.
My God, that was so random. I was like, what the heck? But they did that with all their casting. It was like so
Oh, it was so good.
just so random.
That movie was better than it had any right to be, frankly.
I
was
know.
really
I was
happy with it.
cackling. I was like, wow, what's his name is hilarious.
Jayla said Heretic. Yes. Oh, Chris Pine. Chris Pine has really good comedy chops.
Yeah, Chris
Oh my
Pine is
God.
hilarious.
The
He's
best
always
movie
been like
ever
that.
is that movie with him.
Is what, Monique? I can't hear you from across the room.
Tom Hardy.
Princess Diaries.
Tom Hardy and him. And Reese Witherspoon.
Okay.
You don't know what movie I'm talking about? Him, Tom Hardy, and Reese Witherspoon. I said the most famous three people.
I don't know of a movie with Chris Pine, Tom Hardy, and Reese Witherspoon.
What's going on here? Christine.
Is this a famous movie?
Yes.
Or was this like when they were younger?
It's like the height of their careers.
What?
And they're like spies. And and they're like trying to take her out on a date. Picking this up.
Oh, it's like I don't know the name of it. It seems like so not good though. You like that movie?
This Means War?
Yeah.
War. There you go.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Literally
That's
never
it.
heard of this. It came out in 2012.
Yeah. I do remember you loving that movie for some reason.
It's got a 25% score on Rotten Tomatoes.
Oh,
What's wrong with America? What's wrong with everyone?
that movie wasn't good.
It was great. It was a
No,
fun
it wasn't.
time.
And I love Reese.
Who doesn't want an action comedy with a love story sprinkled in?
Like every romance person ever.
I'm sorry we're not crying in the rain, running to the airport. Sometimes you gotta shut down the freeway with a amazing car chase.
Mute.
Yeah, I think Jayla was talking about The Heretic that we're talking about. Sarah says
Yeah.
that he was very good in it. Hi, Catherine. How's your mom's visit being?
Hello.
Wow, what was that sentence? How is your mom's visit going? That's what I meant to
Did you
say.
say BA?
By the way, I'm running on an hour of sleep. I got
Oh
an
my
hour of
God. How are
I
you
worked
alive?
the whole day.
My body just shuts down. Like I have no rhyme or reason. Like I literally just power the fuck down. So you being able
Lifelong
to be alive
insomniac,
right
so
now,
my
good for
body's
you.
used to this, but I do start losing like verbal capacity at certain points.
Functions, yeah.
Monique seems to be in her peanut era, like the parents on Peanuts.
Yeah. She's literally eating a bag of snacks right now.
Goldfish.
Yeah.
I love the fishes because they're so delicious. Everybody's saying this means war. Jean enjoyed This Means War.
Thank you.
Catherine says you've never seen This Means War with 3 question marks. It's a terrible movie, but I loved it.
I've seen it, I think, because of Monique. Oh, yeah.
Is Ashton were in a movie together? I'm not paying attention.
Yeah, it's like she's just not into you or something. I don't know. That's not the name of it, but it's like that. Essentially, they like live, one's in LA and one's in New York, and they like switch houses for like a week or something.
So like Sleepless in Seattle meets The Holiday.
Yeah, but they're like old friends. Like they've been friends since they were in their teens or something. So naturally, you know, they like fall in love again, even though they're not even on screen together. It's so crazy.
What are you talking about?
The movie with Reese Witherspoon and Ashton Kutcher that came out like a year or two ago. And so everybody was like,
Annie
how?
Masterson and the P. Diddy of it all. Are we done with Ashton? Can we be done with Ashton?
I guess so, yeah.
As a human.
I haven't seen him do anything since that either.
He was like my ultimate crush.
I know it's very sad, but
Ultimate.
He aligns himself with gross people.
So, but yeah, that movie was not it.
Terrible, but I mean, there are some movies that are truly terrible that I still love. So I get it.
It's like
This
what
is just
somebody
not
said recently. They were like, every 5-star book, like you love it, right? But like you can love books that aren't 5-star books.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Oh yeah.
And you can still recommend them to people. That's how I
And
feel
there
about
are
that.
like 5-star books that I don't recommend to people.
Yeah. That Monique does that.
Yeah.
Like the
No, like there are
gross-
books where I'm like, this was a 5-star experience. It was flawless. I don't know who I would ask to read this. Like I don't know who to even like who to subject this to, or who like who would have the same
De-evolution,
experience
obviously.
that I would. Huh?
Eric LaRocca.
I said de-evolution, obviously.
Yeah. No, de-evolution, I was happy to throw that out. That was not necessarily a 5-star, but I had such a great time. Everybody needed to know about it. But like the 3 Body Problem is a 5-star experience, but I do not recommend it to a ton of people in my life. Like there are readers who I think are really going to love it, but if you're not actively a sci-fi reader, or you're not actively a reader who deals with complex stories, or I had friends who watched the show and they're like, hey, I haven't read a book in years, but I'm interested in reading this. I'm like, I don't think you want to do that. I think you want to wait for the TV show. I think this will be a challenge.
Did they cancel that show?
No, that one's not canceled.
Oh, so they just are taking their sweet time with it. So wasn't that like 2 years ago that came out?
They're making another season.
No, it was last year.
Was it literally last year?
It was literally last year.
It's only one season?
Yeah, there's one season on Netflix right now, which covers all of book 1 and a teeny bit of book 2 and 3. That happens in the chronological orders, but they're gonna do a season 2 that'll cover most of book 2 and a season 3 that'll cover most of book 3, or all of book 3.
This is confirmed.
Oh.
Yeah, they've confirmed 2 and 3.
Yeah, Netflix loves to cancel stuff.
Yeah.
That one got enough watches in the first week that they didn't cancel it, unlike Chaos.
It's really terrible because I'm like, what were we doing when Chaos came out? Like, I remember adding it to my list and being like, yeah, I'm so excited.
They also barely advertised Chaos.
Monique literally just said, what's Chaos? So there you go. Proof and point.
It's so good.
Yeah.
It's like I've rewatched it 3 times. It's so
It's
good.
good. I watched it at Christmas with my friend. Who also
There
loves it.
is a slight hope that there have been rumors circulating that Apple has been in discussions with the creator to potentially buy out the IP and finish out the story.
Now,
Apple's
Apple-
also in conversation right now with Amazon to buy out the IP for The Expanse too,
What?
and finish out The Expanse.
If Apple buys The Expanse, the series is going to be so much better. Apple is such sci-fi nerdies. They love a
They're
good
so good at
sci-fi.
sci-fi.
They love it.
They're so much better at sci-fi
Have
than
they
other
even
people.
done a big fantasy show? Let me think about that.
No, I mean
Yeah.
they did a big sci-fi with Foundations, but I don't know that I've seen them do a big fan. Well, they've had I
Well,
think some smaller fantasy.
Well, because they've got that. They've got Severance, which is not like a space sci-fi, but it's still sci-fi.
No, they've got For All Mankind, which is sci-fi. It's just historic sci-fi. Incredible. They've got Silo, dystopian sci-fi. They've done a great job with that as somebody who loved those books.
Dark Matter.
They had that weird one with Dr. Grant from Jurassic Park. It wasn't great, but that wasn't Netflix's fault. It was the plot was too much.
The Beast, the Monsters. The Monsters.
I don't know what that one is.
The one my mom wanted me to watch. Godzilla and stuff. Japan.
Yeah. And it
Mom
takes
loves that
place
stuff.
in 6 different parts around the world with
Yeah.
tons of characters, and you just get lost in the sauce really quickly.
My mom loved that shit.
But they do
Expanse, like,
sci-fi really well.
That's like when
Yeah, if The Expanse gets on Apple TV, it'll be like such an upgrade. You'll be able to tell from season to season.
No.
Like as
Oh, yeah.
soon as
Well, to the point where I've heard they're already in talks with the original actors to come back.
wow.
Like it's gotten to that far so.
Wait, the original actors aren't even there anymore?
Well, no, the show's been canceled for a while.
But like, oh, you just mean they'll get the actual actors.
Yeah,
yes.
they're talking to the
Yeah.
actors.
I love that guy, the main guy. I'm like, wow, my king. He's such a bad actor, but I love him.
Oh, I've been wanting to watch this, Gene, because I love Uzo, The Residence, which is the new Shondaland on Netflix, where it's like a Poirot, it's like an Agatha Christie, but Uzo Aduba is the detective.
Okay, yeah, I was like, this is like vaguely striking a chord here.
I've been wanting to watch that one. Absolutely loved Chaos, debating about seeing Jeff do classical jazz at Macy. Oh, I've heard he does a really good show. His jazz music is really enjoyable. I listen to his albums. He, in fact, I do. I will say though, he came to San Antonio with his jazz band for a concert, and every person I knew was like, let's all go together. And it was the exact same night as my concert in LA with Joni.
There you go.
I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go see the person who could die any day. I can see Jeff another time. Thank you.
It's true. It's true. God.
Yeah,
what
you're
a
fine, Gene.
Yep, it is.
I watched half of season 1 of Shadow and Bone, enough to see Jesper be as adorable as I wanted Jesper to be, and that was all I needed. I was
It's
only
very
there for the crows.
I was just talking about this. Like, it's just so sad that they did that to this series. They should have just done 6 of Crows first, because that's what they wanted to do, and then they could have done Shadow and Bone after that if they wanted, but
And they did such a great job casting the crows.
I know, dude. They literally effed it so bad. They effed it so bad. But it's because the guy really wanted 6 of Crows. Like, he didn't really care about Shadow and Bone. And I'm like, you needed a better producer. Like, you needed a better producer for that. And that's why it sucked.
I know Catherine is in the room with us right now, but like, I've only ever read the Crows. I have no desire to go back for the rest of the Grisha. I loved my crow babies, and that was all I needed.
The Crows are better than Shadow and Bone anyway, in my opinion.
I enjoyed it very much.
R.I.P. to the Crows.
You want to do another little sprinty poo?
I think I'm actually gonna have to go.
Oh, that's fine too. As I said, I'm running on an hour of sleep, so I'm fine going down to the count.
I have an early morning tomorrow, so I gotta be up at 4.
Oh yeah. Gotta make the coffee.
It's
unfortunate. Gotta get everybody up and going.
Yeah. Gotta go. You gotta go. But I felt accomplished. I read at least a little bit.
You did.
I love Sarah. Forgotten for reasons. Honestly, yeah. Sometimes you just need a yap sesh.
Sometimes you just need to yap with your friends.
Yeah.
And hey, I still got 70 pages of my book read. I would call that progress.
Yeah, but also I didn't realize you were only on an hour of sleep. You're literally on fumes. Go to bed.
I'm burning the last of the energy.
You are literally, I don't even know how you're awake right now.
Sheer determination, Christine.
Literally. You were like, yes, sprints.
Yes, Jean, you can read Six of Crows without Shadow and Bone, because I started Six of Crows without having any understanding that there was any other part of the series. A friend gave me the book and said, I think you'll like this.
Yeah.
And for the first part, I was like, I don't think I will like this. And then I did.
Yeah, they like allude to the other books, but it's not, you don't have to have like necessary, information for the plot.
I was not horribly confused by the illusion of the rest of the broader universe by just reading Six of Crows and Crooked Kingdom.
Yeah, like you're good.
Yeah.
You're good.
Really appreciated this chatty bits due to stressful couple of weeks I've had. I know you've been going through it, Jean. Solidarity here for you.
Yeah, I was like, I'm glad to see you.
Even if it was all chatty bits and only an hour of reading. I appreciate everybody coming out. Because while Christine has an early start, I am probably going to start talking gibberish if I stay on too much longer. So,
yeah, that's fine.
Everybody have a great evening. It has been an absolute pleasure. Until the next time, we will see you later. I have to hit all the buttons to say goodbye.